How's it going, YouTube? Immortal Dragon Lord here, bringing you another Fallout 4 weapon and armor guide, and I am back in the beloved town of Goodneighbor with good old Mayor Hancock here. And today I'm going to be showing you, or talking to you rather, about how to acquire the Silver Shroud armor, hat, and submachine gun. These items are part of a quest called the Silver Shroud, which you can get either by coming straight to the memory den right here in Goodneighbor and speaking to a man named Kent Connolly, or listening to the Silver Shroud radio broadcast on the Pip-Boy and getting a message from Kent to basically come to the memory den. But either way, you go to the memory den, you go to see him, and once you agree to help him, he will direct you to here somewhere. Locations. Here we are. To a place called Hubris Comics. This place is filled with ghouls, as well as a unique battle axe and outfit based on another Fallout comic book character, Grognak the Barbarian, which I will do a separate video on at some point in the future. Do not know when though. But you go here, you acquire the outfit and the gun. At the beginning they are useless, which is where Kent comes into play. You basically have to bring them back to him, and he will give you his own replicas of the items, which are more effective. And throughout the whole and so yeah. I was gonna say, so first off I will show you the submachine gun. Now, there is nothing special about this weapon aside from the fact that it's got a very nice looking silver tint to it. Aside from this, there's really nothing special about this weapon. It's essentially a regular submachine gun with a silver tint color. But if you're one of those people who likes to use submachine guns and think this is a pretty cool looking weapon, by all means go ahead and use it. It uses 45 caliber rounds, and give me a moment, I can go to a weapons workbench and show you the upgrades you can give this weapon.
Never built much myself. Not supposed to operate heavy machinery.
Basically, you can give it these receivers. To give it the best receiver, you will need rank 2 in gun nut. There's nothing required for the short light barrel. You will also need rank 2 for the recoil compensating stock, as well as for the large quick eject drum. I almost said mag for a second, so I guess technically it is. No requirements for the reflex sight, and you need rank 1 for the compensator or muzzle brake, but rank 2 in gun nut if you want the suppressor on this weapon. And that's basically it. There's nothing of particular value to... Oh, sorry, Cleo. Nothing of particular value or excitement to this gun itself. It's just a very cool looking submachine gun. I thought I'd show it off. That fires and reloads.
Yeah.
That's basically it for the weapon. Now, the armor on the other hand.
Plenty of
This
folks want
is
to
more
make life
valuable.
hard for people just trying to survive. I'm not willing to stand for that kind of shit.
Yeah, neither am I, Hancock. The armor itself is more valuable. The hat, this hat itself, is what it looks like, basically like a regular hat. It just provides +1 to perception. Nothing special about it aside from the fact that it's got a unique appearance and a unique name. The armor, on the other hand, is much more unique. It provides +1 to agility and perception rather. Excuse me. And its special ability is reduces damage from humans by 15%. This basically consists of the Brotherhood of Steel Knights and Paladins, the Raiders, the Gunners, basically the Settlers, and basically every human being you run across in the game. When you wear this armor, it'll deal 15% less damage to you, and it can be pretty useful. And for the damage resistance itself, the ballistic and the energy resistance, it's at 87 for me, but it did not start out that way. How then do I acquire that, you might ask? Well, that's where Kent Connolly, his quest, comes into play again. Now, if you don't want to know the details of this quest, then you either skip ahead or you can stop watching, but otherwise I'm going to explain this bit. So basically, after you acquire the gear of the Silver Shroud, you have to return to Kent. He'll give you the items back, more modified versions, and basically he will send you on a hunt, basically, to go after the criminals. Essentially, the Silver Shroud is similar to DC Comics superhero Batman. Except, unlike Batman, the Silver Shroud kills the criminals. So, basically, you start off, you listen to the broadcast, you have to do this a couple times. You start off by killing Wayne Delancey, a gunner, then you kill off a guy named AJ who was selling drugs to kids, which I shot so much lead into him. That's what I think about drug dealers selling drugs to kids. And then you go after a woman named Kendra. And then she mentions, she mentions St. John, the crime boss of of the people you've been killing so far. And that's where you have to return to good old Hancock here. And he doesn't have to accompany you, but I recommend that you do bring him along for this quest, because especially if you want to upgrade this gear, and you want to get approval on him, this quest is good to have him around. So basically, he tells you about St. John. Oh, my mistake. It's a Hancock who tells you about St. John. But basically, you go after two more people. One was Smiling Kate. The other one, I don't remember who it is, but it's another one of St. John's men. And after that, you return to the memory den. Irma will say, "Hey, Kent's been kidnapped." And then you listen on the transmission, and you learn St. John has abducted him. Which is when you have to go here to Milton General Hospital, and you can either let him die, but otherwise you won't get the upgrades, or you can save him, and you're good to go. I recommend you save him and intimidate St. John into attacking you. That way you save Kent without worrying about trying to have a time limit. But anyway, once that's done, you speak to Kent, then talk to Hancock, and then after that, you go see Kent right here. Well, you go to see Kent, and then basically upgrade your Silver Shroud armor. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the levels he upgraded them are levels 25, 35, 40, and 45, I think. I know 3 of those are right. I'm not sure about, well, but basically, to get the strongest version, you have to be level 45 in order to get it. You listen to the radio transmission, and he basically gives you the strongest set of the Silver Shroud on, which is 87 ballistic and energy resistance. It's pretty cool. This is what Kent looks like.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Shroud. I don't have any upgrades ready. We had a good run of it, didn't we?
Now, the thing about Kent is there's a glitch with him. I had this similar glitch where he does not show up here. He just remains stuck back where he was brought to when he was captured by St. John. To fix this, basically you just have to push him, not sprint into him, but push him lightly, as if you were just regularly running, to the elevator, bring him up to the next level, and he will walk back on his own from there, for anyone who's having issues with that. Also, and that's pretty much it. Also, for anyone who, also I recommend for anyone who does this quest, you also listen to the Silver Shroud broadcast, because after I got the strongest level of the Silver Shroud armor, I did not see the broadcast anymore. But if you listen to them, it's pretty freaking cool. It's awesome. It's got like 6 chapters. Wes Johnson is the voice of the Silver Shroud, and for those of you who don't know who Wes Johnson is, he's basically played he's played quite a few characters in the past Bethesda games. Like, he's played most of the male Imperials from Oblivion. He played Mr. Burke and Fox, and the Super Mutants, I think, from Fallout 3. He plays Emperor Titus Meade, the Daedric Prince from Mace Moore, and Dark Brotherhood assassin Lucian the Chance, which is basically reprises his role from Oblivion. And yeah, he also plays the Silver Shroud in Fallout 4. That was pretty freaking awesome when I discovered that. And that's pretty much it. That's how you get the Silver Shroud armor and upgrade it, and the gun itself. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you found this helpful at all. Please leave any comments about what you thought of these items, or maybe what you'd like to see in the future. Otherwise, death has come for you, evildoer, and I am its shroud. So take care.